as appreciative as I am for the levels of support that I've received during marathons, okay? Just because you have one marathon that's way massively supported, all right, doesn't mean that I'm going to kill myself.
Hello, and welcome to James, the Let's Express Slang, where we get you an out as fast as possible with. There's an image you didn't need, right? The Goon Tuber. Starting off with DSP. Don't worry, I have the link down below so you guys watch the whole video yourself. We're going to cover this part though.
Accidentally live streams a gooning session. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to failed gaming YouTuber Darkside Phil.
I love that. Failed gaming YouTuber. Thank you very much.
Why am I toxic?
The cliff notes on Phil, for those of you who don't know the guy, he's a washed up Let's Player from a bygone era who doesn't know
God, insulting him like that is going to piss off DSP so much.
when to call it quits. He also really sucks at video games, which makes no sense.
Well, I failed because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do the aiming. The aiming is actually hard to do because the triggers are very, loose. It's super hard to actually do it properly. Also, the thumbsticks are overly sensitive, so it's hard to aim.
Phil blamed his audience for his declining views, refused to improve his content,
Doesn't look like the same person at all. It's crazy.
only to eventually give up making videos for good and started streaming shortly after. And well, he's been begging people for money to get by on these streams for close to a decade now. Really doesn't know when to hang it up.
Please support the stream. Let's get some tips rolling in. Let's get our first tip of the night. Let's get our first memberships of the night. Let's get a super chat for the night in here. Let's get it up to 100
And so everyone knows him as a beggar. And, of course, the incident.
likes. Let's get some contributions, but in particular tips. Let's get the tips coming in. I just received a $13 tip. Let's keep going with a $14 tip. Now, who's going to be the $14 tipper to get the Jill hat? Let's find out. I have received the $14 tip.
But begging for money isn't all that Phil does on stream. You see, many years ago, Phil was a lolcow simply for being
May 1st, 2016. Never forget.
an unself-aware jackass. But in 2016, an event would transpire that would take the mockery and notorious reputation of this man-child gamer to a different stratosphere altogether. The date is May 1st, 2016. Darkside Phil
Yes, it is.
goes live on YouTube. Now on screen, he starts up a pre-stream lobby with a standby message reading, "This stream will be starting shortly, please stand by." Unbeknownst to Phil at the time was the fact that this wasn't the only thing on screen viewers were seeing. Phil had forgotten to disable his camera, so he could actually be seen in the corner of the screen during his pre-stream lobby, but he doesn't know you can see him. But I mean, big fucking deal, right? This happens to streamers all the time. What, maybe we catch the guy picking his nose on camera or something like that?
We do that anyways. He does it blatantly on camera.
Surely that's the worst it could get, right?
It is so bad and nasty.
The first few minutes of this pre-stream peep show were mostly benign. Just Phil seemingly browsing the web and clicking a few links. Nothing really out of the ordinary.
Yep, looking for that Gooner content.
But Phil suddenly lays back in his chair, and that's when this whole situation takes an unbelievably goonish turn. With the PlayStation 4 menu music underscoring the affair, Phil stares intently at his computer screen as his arm starts moving.
If only we had the audio from the porn to figure out what he was watching. Because Kiwi Farms would have figured out right away what exact video he was watching. And what kind it was. Just saying. May have been dude on dude.
It's theorized that he could have been stroking something here. With a primal aura manifesting in the gamer's gaze, Phil begins convulsing and gyrating with increasing focus and ferocity. With his entire body shaking, the goateed gamer throws his head back as if expelling an exorcist demon. In an instant, it's like he just returns to normal. It's at this moment that Phil decides to end his pre-stream lobby and start the show. Little did he know there were about 50 or so people who had just watched him jerk off in front of them. These traumatized viewers
Womp womp.
would take to the chat and inform him of the colossal fuck-up.
What is up, everyone? Hello, hello, and welcome. Oh, the camera's on.
What a good healthy snort.
The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
One thing that I've never been able to reconcile about this incident is not just the fact that he jerked off before doing a live stream show, like that's insane, but he did it during a pre-stream lobby. Like this man actually hit live with his feed being broadcasted to the internet, but he's just not on camera, and he's like, I'm cool with that. I'm still just gonna jerk off over here, and that's no big deal to me. Dude, if I'm jerking off, there's not gonna be a live feed within 1,000 yards in any direction of me, okay? I Phil, you're insane. You're a fucking psychopath. This is crazy. Now, Phil's a professional accountability avoider, and when some in the chat asked
A great way of describing him.
him about the bizarre pre-stream convulsions that looked a lot like masturbation, he denied he was doing so and pretended as if nothing happened. Though the video speaks for itself. It was crystal clear what the guy was doing. From my understanding, this was the first time in internet history a streamer had accidentally broadcasted themselves.
Was it the first time? Who knows? Be funny if it was, though.
Shucking and jiving. So it goes without saying the clip went massively viral online. We were truly in uncharted territory here. The entire internet went crazy over the accidental stroke show, sharing Phil's climax everywhere they could, with almost everyone having a laugh at the man's expense. This controversy would not be something he could sweep under the rug, something even stubborn old Phil would come to terms with.
And all of a sudden my Twitter starts blowing up on my phone, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I look down and I look at the tweets, and people were sending me, hey Rich,
This is from Review Tech USA.
DSP Gaming got caught jerking off on live stream. He didn't realize his camera was on before he started live streaming, and he decided to rub one out, and everyone saw. There was like 100 people in the stream, and they all watched him jerk off.
Knowing Phil, you'd assume he'd make a terrible response to the drama and gaslight people about what had happened. But in a rather uncharacteristically self-aware move from Phil, the day after the clip went viral, the guy fired up a live stream and confessed, coming clean all over everything.
Because of a mishap yesterday.
What a... Alright, I just gotta say that was a great play of words, but let's continue.
I have seen tons of attention thrown my way. It happens. I think that I've handled it pretty well. In the past, I have been known as a person who unfortunately kind of takes things way too seriously.
He would later have Machinima take down anyone covering it.
And when shit happens, instead of kind of rolling with it, I get pissed off. And you know what? That's not the way to handle stuff. I'm certainly not going to hold it against anyone for joking about something that happened that was completely hilarious in my opinion. I mean, I'll be honest, at first I was incredibly embarrassed, but after the initial shock of knowing what happened, I cannot stop laughing about it. I don't know about anyone else. A lot of people are like appalled. Oh my god! Come on. Yes, because we all know that, you know, it's such an unnatural thing. It's such a horrible, horrendous action. Everyone, you know, whoever has done it should be burned at the stake. Then again,
As long as they don't do it on live stream in front of a bunch of kids, they're good. You did it on live stream before playing a video game in front of a bunch of kids on YouTube.
everyone who's done it probably didn't inadvertently live stream it.
Thankfully for Phil, he wasn't banned for this live streamed jerk session, but he'd never live it down. And the stream has become a source of ridicule for close to a decade now. Despite somewhat owning up to what he did,
Next year will be 10 years.
Phil became a laughingstock to the greater internet because of this clip. And man, the gaffe has had an unbelievably long shelf life as a meme. The video clip showing this chicken choking incident pops up every now and then and goes viral, and you still run into people who have never seen it before.
And a bunch of people know him as the guy. We're watching his Twitch. For that though, guys, I think I'll let you go. Like I said, I'm going to have the video linked down below so you can watch it yourself. And the rest of the video is pretty good. And as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.